What does it take to turn a tired Granada Hills house into a modern dream home? Today's Granada Hills home tour isn't just about showing you a beautifully remodeled 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom home, it's about the transformation. This 1,500 square foot Granada Hills home for sale was completely reimagined through our exclusive Concierge Plus program. And in this video, I'm walking you through every step of the renovation, from demo to design. Let's take a look at what's possible when you sell smart. Man, am I excited to be able to bring this home tour to you. So I'm standing in front of our newest listing at 16718 Donmetz Street in Granada Hills, California. And we absolutely transformed this house from when we saw it at the beginning, just over 2 months ago, to where we are today. And we're gonna delve into, during this video, of what it took to be able to see this actual transformation take place. Because I've been doing this for over 20 years, and this is probably one of the biggest projects that we've actually taken on. Basically, from the condition that we actually saw it from the very beginning, to put a plan in place and to be able to showcase it how it is today, as this Granada Hills home is for sale now. Wow, you are going to be amazed, I promise you. Where are we right now? We're in Granada Hills, California. So Granada Hills in the North San Fernando Valley, just about 25 miles north of downtown Los Angeles. We are located right now north of San Fernando Mission Boulevard, in between Rinaldi Street, and we are east of Balboa. Granada Hills is a wonderful neighborhood, and there's a reason why so many people are moving out to Granada Hills, whether it be the amazing community events such as the Granada Hills Farmers Market, which is every Friday evening at Chatsworth Street and White Oak, or maybe it's the holiday parade that's been taking place for over 40 years annually. And of course, you have the annual street fair in Old Granada Hills. Plus, you got some amazing restaurants, whether it be a fantastic brunch at the Main Kitchen Cafe, or some of the best fine dining in the North San Fernando Valley at CF Food Kitchen. Granada Hills offers it all, and you're close to hiking trails, great schools, as well as freeway access. So let's get this home tour started to kind of show you what we did to get this home ready. All right, so when we came here the very first time, this house did not look anything like it does today. Literally no resemblance. You would not recognize it at all. So for starters, on the exterior, we were able to paint this home, right? Repair some stucco cracks here and there, right? To really bring the home to life. And that also includes being able to put on a brand new garage door. The previous garage door was broken, didn't even close properly. So that was something that we wanted to address. Of course, we put in a brand new door also, and then you can see the brand new windows as well. So these are just some of the things that we were able to do. And then we were able to clean up a lot of the landscaping, right? You had a whole bunch of weeds growing out in the front yard, and then you had to clean up some of the trees. And we're gonna talk about that even more to an extent when we get into the backyard and how we're able to clean up that space also. All right, so let's move towards the front of the house. So at the very beginning, I was telling you that, hey, this didn't look anything like it. Before, you had this brick walkway, right, that kind of led you to the front of the house, and it wasn't even really safe to kind of stand on this front porch. It wasn't very stable at all. And so now, right, now you have this beautiful front porch. We could easily put a chair there. And then of course you have this lovely walkway. So just kind of some of the transformation that you can see here in front. Now, plus one of the things that the seller did too is that they actually took advantage of us, so using some of our vendors, and they were able to basically get the house fumigated and have all the wood destroying pest repairs completed. So this is the view immediately as you enter this home. So like we said multiple times already, this house has been completely changed from top to bottom. So we're starting off in the living room here. You're gonna see this luxury vinyl plank flooring throughout most of the house. Now in this area, you had a mixture of carpet and tile flooring that was really dilapidated, would be the best way to say it. The carpet was stained and worn, and it just didn't look good, right? And then the house actually needed to be painted in the interior as well besides the exterior, and that is something that we did through our Concierge Plus program. And to be able to paint this house was really important. You know, once again, kind of using the phrase, bring it back to life, because it just had a dark vibe and feel to it because there wasn't a lot of lighting here in the interior of the home. So one of the things we did is we add a bunch of LED lighting on top to really add a lot of light to complement the natural light that should be coming through this home. And that's a big difference now than when we first saw it, when it just had a really dark feel to it. So in this living room, you have your gas fireplace here with your white brick right there surround on. Then of course you have your mantle as well. And so this is your really big living room area. This is where most people are going to probably put their big screen TV. So now as we make our way into where the dining room area is right here, right? We put in the new baseboard moldings here, right? We painted this room also. We also added the LED lights too, because before, I mean, it did not look good. It really had that 1950s, early 1960s look to it. And again, just with all the deferred maintenance, it was definitely a problem. So this slider over here, they actually had, right? They actually had some French doors over here, but the French doors were not in very good condition. So we actually had those taken out and put in a brand new slider to go along with all of the windows. So that immediately takes us over here to your adjacent kitchen. Now this is where we did some of the biggest work in this entire home, because for starters, you actually had linoleum flooring here, and they had this, you know, those early 2000s, mid 2000s, where you had that kind of black Galaxy granite countertop that had the sparkles in it, but it was a black, right? So obviously not very modern anymore. And then you had this really dark brown cabinetry, and that's the absolute opposite of what's in style and the latest trends here in 2025. Because as you can see, we put in all brand new cabinetry. We ripped out the kitchen in its entirety, so it was basically just the subflooring, right? And we're gonna get more into that in a second. But as a result of ripping everything out, right, we were able to custom design a kitchen with your waterfall edge right here. And I really do love this countertop. And the reason being is, right, because you have this really light beige luxury vinyl plank flooring, and then you have your white subway tile as your backsplash, and then you have just a slightly darker beige / brown cabinetry, right? We put the black handles on it. We have the black faucet, right, too. And then we needed just a little bit of color, but what goes perfectly with all of that, that doesn't stand out too much, was having all of the black veins in these quartz countertop. So this is kind of how we were able to kind of bring this kitchen back and really give it a modern kitchen. Because what you're seeing right now is, yes, while a lot of people still have white cabinetry, you're seeing people more going to like creamier colors, lighter colors on their cabinetry. Now, I do want to show you one thing right here, and that is previously there used to be your double oven right here. Now, through our Concierge Plus program, we've done this a lot. So what we did is we took that out, right, to be able to maximize your not only storage space here, kind of like making this a pantry over here, and then over here, this is where we put your freestanding range, and then we added this right here, this hood over here, also stainless steel. So as a result, right, you end up with more storage space in this kitchen, as well as really keeping the trend of being able to give you that modern kitchen that everybody wants to buy right now. One last thing about the drawers, all the drawers in this house do have those soft closing doors that everybody likes. Scott Himmelstein with the Scott Himmelstein Group. Hope you're enjoying this home tour so far. We really enjoyed being able to have the opportunity to remodel this home through our Concierge Plus program. Now, our Concierge Plus program allows you as the seller to make repairs to the home or remodel with no upfront cost. So whatever you agree with our contractor actually gets paid through the close of escrow through your net proceeds. There's no upcharge, there's no interest charges. Basically, whatever you agree with our contractor, that's what the price is going to be. And as a result of that, it will be deducted from your net proceeds. We have found the homes that use our Concierge Plus program sell in a much quicker timeline and a much higher price. So if you want more information about the Concierge Plus program, reach out to me and let me show you, give you example after example after example of how that program has been successful for so many of our sellers right now over the last few years. All right. That's number one. Number two, also like to talk about our complimentary staging program, right? If you're listing with us, it's something that we like to be able to do for our sellers is be able to stage the home, right? According to the National Association of Realtors, staged homes actually sell for about 20% higher, right? And a 20% quicker timeline than homes that are not staged, right? So if you're a seller, obviously you're selling a lifestyle. And so it's really important that if you have a vacant home or if you're living in a home, you really need to have a stager come out and take a look at it. This is why we like to have our interior designer come out at the very beginning when the house looks at its worst, and then we're able to put everything together with a plan, and this way the home looks like this. Absolutely gorgeous. All right, so this is the dining area again. Now the reason why I'm showing this, because right now it looks like a dining area, but this was kind of one of the main areas of the house that while we were remodeling this home was kind of our staging area, right? And so it's a great opportunity for me to tell you some of the other things that we were doing because a lot of the stuff was being stored here and taken out while we were doing the remodel. And this includes the ductwork, right? For the HVAC system, that was completely replaced because it had a whole bunch of holes in it and it was torn up on top. So that has been completely redone. We upgraded the electrical and the plumbing in this house. So underneath this house, it's all brand new plumbing, all brand new electrical, right? And so it makes a huge difference. They were past their life expectancy, both of them. So it was really critical that if we were gonna make this house modern, all of that had to be replaced, right? And so that was a big commitment on our end through our Concierge Plus program. But just kind of want to show you, you know, this is the area that we kept a lot of that stuff while we were in the process of remodeling this home, which took about 2 months to be able to complete. All right, let's go head down the hallway right now and let me show you a few more things. So this flooring, as we go into the hallway, most of it was kind of the original wood flooring, that oak wood flooring, the smaller planks that you see in these 1950s, early 1960s homes. And so that was very common during this time. And so we took all of that out because it wasn't in great shape. And then here we completely remodeled the bathtub. So you have this shower and tub enclosure. We put in that new tile pieces right here. And then we have right here on your vanity, you have that same color quartz countertop as you do right in the kitchen. And then of course you have the black handles as well. So you have the contrast on the flooring that has the gray veins, right, and white. Of course, you have the really ultra white tub enclosure, and then you actually have the black there to be able to contrast it. All right, so pulling out of bathroom number one, there's 2 bathrooms in this home. This is the first bedroom. So this bedroom came to us, again, needed a lot of work, everything from painting, right, lighting, right? We kind of fixed a lot of that. We put in the newer windows, right, like we did throughout the entire house. So currently have it staged as an office to show more space. We put in the mirrored closets. So that was something that was not there before. So again, you know, you see the large baseboard moldings, just giving it all a modern look. All right, so backing out, you're back into the hallway. We had to rip a lot of this stuff out, put in the new mirrored doors right here, the sliding doors in this hallway. And then we're gonna walk on down to the middle bedroom. This is a single-story home that's 1,500 square feet. Now you can see bedroom number 2 right here. Once again, you have the mirrored closet They put in a new light fixture, and then also, again, you can see this luxury vinyl plank flooring that we had throughout the entire house. So that leaves us with the primary bedroom right here. And on this primary bedroom, besides just painting it, there was a lot of particle board in this room. So right here, right over here, this was all particle board on the wall. So we had to take that out, put in some drywall, right? And we put in the mirrored closet. And again, you know, after looking so dated, and we were able to kind of come in here with paint and just make it look like something from 2025, not 1965. This bathroom, when we first came here, oh my God. So you had the linoleum floors. I don't even know if the plumbing was working at that time, right? Because it was such bad condition, the shower enclosure. I'm glad that nobody has to live in that now in this home. We were able to transform it from where it was, because now you have the rain head, shower head, you have the hand sprayer, right? You have the hexagonal tile in your shower enclosure, along with the gray veins, right, on your tile. And of course you have the same right here on the flooring in your bathroom. And then just like the other bathroom, right, you have the black veins going through the countertop on your vanity with the black handles. And then just to mix it up, now you have that nickel faucet just to give you a little bit more contrast, put in a modern light, and it didn't look anything like this beforehand. So just to give you an idea of how we were able to modernize this space. All right, so we're gonna leave that second bathroom right there, and that takes us off to the laundry room, right? So you have your laundry hookups inside here. Your washer and dryer hookups are inside. You don't have to go into the garage, which is always nice. And then same thing here, like you had the linoleum flooring. You didn't really have cabinetry like this. And so we put in some new cabinetry, right? Took out the old, put in a modern light fixture, right? And just kind of upgraded the room. So, you know, there was just a massive change from this room, just like every other part of the house. So we showed you how we were able to transform the entire inside of the house. Now let's talk about the exterior. The first day that we came here and we were looking at the exterior of the house, it looked like a forest back here, right? I mean, the growth of the brush and vegetation and the weeds, everything that had been growing here, oh my gosh. And you know, I'm 6'2", and in many places it was at my waist, just to give you an idea. So we had our landscaper come in and essentially, you know, cut back all the trees, clean it up, right? We reseeded the grass, and we were very fortunate. We got a lot of rain during that time. And so now it just looks so much better. There were so many bushes and plants in the middle of this backyard, and we were able to take all those out. A lot of them were dead anyways, and so it just didn't look very good. So we're able to clean all that up. And then, you know, take a look over at the concrete over there. So the concrete, that's brand new, that was poured in there. When we first came here, we didn't catch it the first time. That's because the homeowner had so many of their personal items here being stored on the back porch. So as a result of that, right, when we were actually able to move everything out and have it hauled away, we kind of noticed that it was probably time to just have a new concrete patio put in. And so, you know, it just wanted to make it kind of look much better. It just kind of looked old and dilapidated, like kind of the word I've been using a lot here throughout this video. Just like the rest of the exterior of the house, able to paint the post, right? And being able to kind of make sure it looks modern again, right? Like it doesn't look like it's falling apart. So that's kind of what we did here in the backyard. And I would say the biggest thing in the backyard, you know, even if it doesn't look like that on video, the fact that we were able to clean all this up in the backyard, I mean, I can't tell you what a job it was. It took our landscaper about 2 days to kind of clean everything up. Scott Himmelstein with the Scott Himmelstein Group. Let me know what you think of the transformation of this home, which took place as a result of our Concierge Plus program, which allows you as the seller, like we talked about before in this video, to be able to make repairs and remodel without any upfront cost to you. You only pay at the close of escrow. You know, a lot of buyers come to us. They're basically seeking off-market properties because they've seen everything in the multiple listing service. So if you're looking for off-market properties, we constantly have homes that are going through the Concierge Plus program, right? That basically you might be able to see or get an idea of what they're going to look like before they come on the market. So if that's you and you're looking for off-market properties, let us know. We currently have 6 homes that are going through the Concierge Plus program, and we always have new ones that are entering the program. So if you want to be able to see homes before they come on the market, right, and you're looking for off-market properties, reach out to us, right? And then you look, if you're just looking to buy a home here in Southern California and you have questions, definitely contact us. You can leave your information down below, and obviously you can see my information there, but let us know. Always glad to just be able to answer questions, so that way you're not staying up till 3 o'clock in the morning. So hope you enjoyed this video. Again, if you have any questions, definitely contact me. We look forward to seeing you on the next home tour.